from the heart of Dubai, where tomorrow is being built today, to the world. Welcome to the CTO Show with Mehmet. Here, we redefine technology and reimagine possibilities. With Mehmet, delve into the riveting realms of AI, cybersecurity, and digital technology. Experience the thrilling highs and lows of startups. Immerse yourself in the spirit of entrepreneurship and witness the future of business innovation being written in real time. Now, without further ado, let's tune in and explore the future.
Hello again to the CTO Show with Mehmet. And today I'm very pleased to have with me Alex. Alex, thank you very much. The way I do it usually is I like my guests to introduce themselves. So, Alex, can you tell us a little bit about you and your company?
Yeah, hello, Mehmet. Hi to all the listeners here. It's an honor actually to be here, and I hope we'll have an insightful conversation. Uh, I'm a deputy CPO at EOS Data Analytics, but before I tell about what I've been doing, what I'm doing now, I would prefer to tell more about the company I work into.
Sure.
To give a proper association between me and my company. So, EOS Data Analytics is a global provider of AI-powered satellite imagery analytics used for commercial and scientific purposes. We have developed our web-based platforms to monitor mainly the farmlands and forest areas around the globe. Our products are based on satellite data, AI, big data analytics, and use of proprietary algorithms. And currently, EOS Data Analytics serves customers and partners from 20 plus verticals with bespoke solutions to meet their challenges. So our main mission is to harness the power of satellite technologies to provide businesses with fast and accurate data-driven decisions. We also commit to sustainability in all its manifestations. We know that tackling global challenges is a daunting task that requires combined efforts from everyone, right from individuals to governments and large-scale corporations. So we bring technological expertise to the table, generating actionable satellite-driven insights into how can we make the world a better place to together, and how we can influence the factors that negatively impact sustainability. And our main product in the agriculture industry is the crop monitoring platform, an online satellite field monitoring service that collects all the important information about the state of crops in one tool. And it is worth mentioning here that we have worked with commercial and free data sources and realized that we do not have sufficient data to cover our needs or needs of our customers. And now we've come to realize that adding our own satellite data would bring great additional value to us. And that led to us to the decision to launch our own constellation. And the first EOS Sat-1 satellite is already operating on low Earth orbit. And additionally, we have the forest monitoring online tool and the land viewer products. Just a few words about those. The forest monitoring is a web platform that uses automated remote sensing data processing tools to analyze the state of forest, which reduces the cost of sustainable business development in the forest sector. And the land viewer is an online platform that aggregates and resells satellite images from multiple providers and allows on-the-go searching, processing, getting valuable insights from satellite data to tackle real business issues. So I hope this covers the company overview. We could sit here and talk hours about this one.
Yeah.
But yeah, and like to fulfill it was my presence here. I can tell a few words about who am I, what am I doing here, how did I get here in the space industry in this great company.
Yeah, actually, this was my next question to you, Alex. Like, because space is something very interesting. So, how did you end up actually working in satellite images and the space industry in general?
Yeah, actually, if we look backwards a bit, my professional path was quite specific due to being uncommon compared to some guys who appeared in IT, especially in the space domain. So I started from journalism. I was an editor
Wow.
in chief in one of the most trusted news agencies in Ukraine. But at some point, I was getting bored because everything was fine due to what I've rebuilt there, and this was a trigger to try out something new. So I shifted to the IT industry almost around 8 years ago. Um, I was working on several existing businesses in the trade shows industry and launched a couple of startups, like a matchmaking tool for business events worldwide and a platform for online events, similar to maybe Hopin TO. Maybe you've heard
Hmm.
about these guys.
Yeah.
There we passed the biggest Asian business accelerator, China Accelerator, and much more stuff to get my experience extended. But nevertheless, I've been looking for new opportunities. So almost 3 years ago, I joined a great company of professionals keen on remote sensing and the space industry. It's actually EOS Data Analytics. And diving deeper into product development methodologies, business operations, people management, I realized that there is a vast space for corporate innovation, and I started to help build the company inside out. And here I obtained an opportunity to participate in AWS Space Accelerator, enabling me and my company to immerse in vast prospects of collaboration and business development. And currently, as you have mentioned, or I have mentioned, I don't remember, I'm a deputy CPO and a product manager at the same time in EOSDA. I'm involved in many streams, including our flagship product, crop monitoring, a top-notch precision farming tool. Here, I lead one of the product teams, and I'm also responsible for the white label program, which we offer to our customers, product operations, scale-up initiatives, and involved in company-wide strategic streams, and much more.
Great. Alex, now I want to ask you this question. Any product is out there to solve a problem, right? So,
Yeah,
let's say it's to make some challenges easier, right? So when
yeah.
it comes to satellite imagery, what are the benefits, I would say, or what it make it like some product which is appealing to, you mentioned agriculture and you mentioned forestry, right, industries.
Yeah.
So can you tell me more about the use cases and what it make it fit for them?
Yeah, we constantly analyze the needs of our target customers across various verticals and allocate the main challenges which arise in front of them. Let's say in front of farmers. Yeah, their main goal is to achieve larger yields with minimal resource waste. And here we have got a vast set of variables which have the greatest impact on the final yields. And when we talk about those farmer use cases, challenges, and the outcomes that they can benefit from using our software. We help farmers, agriculture cooperatives, ag enterprises, input suppliers, bank, insurance companies, and their other verticals to manage multiple fields, cut costs on resources, and make reliable decisions. So these are like the key points. Uh, Invest less and get more yields in terms of the yield itself and in terms of money. So
Mhm.
it's also about timely awareness of major crop hazards. We have reliable weather forecasts and supplementary data with a grid of 90 meters. We have soil moisture content allowing to cut costs on expensive sensors. Uh, mm, Stressed plants identification after extreme weather conditions is also integrated to the platform, which allows to combine several factors and data sources to detect those stressed plants and make timely decisions. Our solutions allow to identify damaged by pests and diseases, powered by an extensive set of indices with vegetation change notifications and etc. etc. Also, we can say about highly efficient cost optimization with variable rate application maps for expensive inputs, for instance, irrigation, fertilizers, plant protection products, seeds, fuel. We help to save up to 20% on seeds and fertilizers. And it might sound not that like big numbers, but for particular farmer or the enterprise when they have like big amounts to cope with, this is a significant percent.
Mhm.
We enable effortless planning and monitoring of all the field activities for all the crops in one place, and provide simple and clear data interpretation. Because when it is hard to cope with the big data and find some patterns, find some insights, and to interpret them in the proper way. So we held this one in a one-stop solution. And
Mhm.
definitely, we have applicable custom solutions developed by our own science team. It's yield prediction, remote harvest dynamics monitoring, crop type classification, field boundaries detection, soil moisture analytics, and some more tailored solutions for the customers.
Okay. So can customers each customer you can customize which data they would get or they will get everything?
Uh, Okay. You mean
Like
something very specific, tailored to some very specific needs? Yeah.
yeah, like for example, maybe because you are collecting data related to
Yeah.
agriculture and you are collecting data to forestry,
Yeah.
right? So, and maybe for I don't know, I'm not an expert in agriculture, but I'm just maybe thinking out loud. Maybe someone who has the normal crops for wheat, for example, they need different measures and
Yeah.
data than someone who has something else, maybe corn. I'm just making
Yeah.
example.
I get the point.
Yes, yeah. So they can tailor the solution. Is what I'm asking.
Yeah, actually, satellite images open up a wide range of data that can be applied to agriculture both directly and indirectly. For example, using different satellites, we can get some indirect data for agricultural purposes, such as types of land cover, relief, elevation, etc. But there is also some data that can be used for direct monitoring of agricultural lands in near real-time mode. For example, there are satellites whose data is used to predict weather, from the level of precipitation and wind speed to the amount of solar radiation in the probability of hail, hurricanes, and etc. Um, as for the data that the EOS DA team works with, our team uses different satellites for different use cases. It's important to
Mm.
note that satellite data is most valuable if it's properly processed and necessary analytics is built. For example, we use satellites with optical sensors and a number of bands. It's like spectral ranges, uh, and our computing capabilities to calculate different vegetation indices, the dynamics of which can show how the crop develops and also whether there are specific changes in the indices indicative of crop problems. Also, using optical satellite imagery in combination with AI solutions that we own, we can implement projects for crop classification, field boundaries detection, and much more. Using data from satellites with radar sensors and algorithm developed by our team, we estimate soil moisture in dynamics for vast areas. This is possible because radar satellites allow electromagnetic waves to penetrate even under the soil surface, giving us information about its condition not only on the surface, but also for depths of up to 7 to 10 centimeters. Of course, we often receive very specific requests from our clients, and we can be flexible in our capabilities. So this is because satellite data is just ones and zeros converted and post-processed to image format. But we can build a very wide range of analytics based on this data using different algorithms and technologies. For example, last year we received a request from a large US agricultural holding to analyze a large area of agricultural land in terms of potential soil productivity in these areas, as the company wanted to invest in the right way. So we implemented a customized project to create the so-called productivity maps, which were built on the basis of the average values of vegetation indices over the past 5 to 7 years. This led to the identification of areas where yields could be significantly higher and where higher yields would require significantly more effort and investment. So this is just one of the dozens of similar projects we work on. And the possibilities of different solutions depend on the specifics of the satellites and the data they can provide, the level of Earth coverage, whether local or global coverage is available, survey frequency, spatial resolution, spectral ranges, and so on. And our EOS satellite is designed with an optimal balance of these characteristics to provide a wide range of analytics that can be built on the basis of satellite data for agribusiness purposes.
So, Alex, this is really good explanation and a lot of details. Now, there must be some technical difficulties, when working with satellite data. I'm not sure. Maybe you need to do some data cleansing. I'm not sure. And if you can explain what are some of the difficulties of this data and how at EOS Day you solve that.
I can invite our head of science, and it will take a couple of days to explain. but when we focus on some generic technical difficulties which we have already faced or keep facing, sometimes I would focus on some of them. This is a big amount of data when working with time series. This is the first one. The second one is georeferencing errors, like non-co-registered images in time series, different formats in data structure, different projections of data. And for all of these issues, we use external and internal tech solutions to prepare and harmonize this data before the next stages of processing to execute the result of the analysis. So some parts of processing are fully automated, but some need manual efforts to get the best accuracy, like fixing georeferencing errors. All our pipelines run on AWS resources to save time and costs on this processing.
Now, the question is, again, we talked about a lot agriculture and you mentioned forestry, but is there any other industry you think satellite data analytics can be applied in? Maybe something related to environmental challenges. Can you think about any other use cases?
Yeah, we are diving. When you mentioned the environmental challenges, we have been diving deep for the for recent time, and we have been focusing on this one strategically. Like actually can be applied to a lot of industry in a lot of industries, but these require, as I've said, some data combinations, data sources combinations. When we talk about the sustainability stream and the coming out from it environmental issue, we can say that various industries face environmental challenges at different scales. And this may be the disappearance of biodiversity, pollution of water, and land, waste problem, and so on. So what is important is that the satellite data can help in almost every industry. And the main direction is fast and large-scale change detection. This can be detection of technological disasters such as flooding of territories after a dam explosion or detection of an oil spill in the ocean. And one of the popular areas is fire detection, which allows us to quickly react and save the lives of animals and people. And satellite data makes it possible to detect problems that are incredibly difficult and expensive to evaluate on the ground, and such as garbage islands in the ocean or detection of melting icebergs. And another important aspect is the use of satellite data for modeling. These can be forecasts like change graphs in the temperature of Earth's surface in the next 20 years, or how climate change is going to affect the behavior of hurricanes. So we can even make models of what kind of crop will grow in a certain area in 10 years. And models can be made of how carbon is sequestrated in the soil. Such models usually still use ground data, but satellite data is also an integral part.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Satellite data can also be used in alternative energy. For example, you can calculate on what territory it would be effective to build a solar power plant and so on. So much more use cases here, and more to cover.
Mm-hmm. So that means, before I come to the next question, just out of curiosity, so you deal, I think, with you need to deal with like governmental like institutions to work with them on leveraging this data. Is that right?
We are actually working with both governmental and commercial sectors. Uh, for sure, the governmental sector has more capabilities to collect and provide this data, and
Mm-hmm.
definitely where it is possible, we get this data and definitely use it, and help even governments and commercial sector to utilize it properly and make it insightful.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, yeah. That's fair enough. Just out of curiosity, I asked this. Now, a couple of minutes back, you mentioned that you rely on your own satellites, right? And why you didn't just use because we know there are plenty of them out there. So tell me about the satellite and its technical capabilities, the one that you own.
Yeah, we initially started as a company that is developing analytics software based on satellite imagery to fit various industries. And obviously, the crop monitoring product is primarily focused on agriculture, as I've said. And our main source of imagery we use in crop monitoring is Sentinel-2 satellite, which was built
Mm-hmm.
specifically for monitoring changes in land cover and to monitor the forests and so on. But the thing is that it has only 10-meter resolution, which sometimes is not enough for some agricultural use cases and does not
Mm-hmm.
fit the cutting edge agriculture technologies in terms of accuracy and other parameters. In
Mm-hmm.
addition, its revisit is only 3 to 5 days, depending on the location, which is not sufficient during active phases of growth stages. So when we looked at the market, we did not find a proper source to close the gap because other satellites were designed for different purposes and didn't have enough versatility. And that's when we came up to an idea to launch a satellite constellation designed specifically for agriculture and related use cases to cover what we lack as for this moment. And additionally, to supplement Sentinel-2 data. So we will be able to combine those.
Mm-hmm.
And EOS set constellation will have the same bands range as Sentinel-2, including NIR and Red Edge bands crucial for crop monitoring, for crop condition monitoring. And starting from the second satellite, we will have an SWIR channel, which is a must-have for deep crop health analysis. Moreover, with full constellation deployed, 7 satellites, we will have 1 to 3 days revisit in standard mode and even higher with tasking mode, which suits brilliantly the need to monitor crops more often with the suitable means. So in this case, we build satellites based on what data we need and understanding what the agricultural market demands, not the other way around. So, because some of the providers first develop their satellites without having the understanding of what actually market needs, what use cases are most common on the market, and only then some of them started building them their own analytical software. We have decided to go a bit another way.
Okay. So are you planning to sell this data to other maybe data analytics software, or are you going to just integrate it with your own solution?
Yeah, we have started the pre-selling stage at EOS Set Images, so everyone could start buying single imagery, region imagery, and like order annual monitoring in the near future. First commercial images are expected to be delivered, I don't know, maybe by the end of this summer or in the autumn. We understand that this is space, this is an aggressive like environment, and some like terms might be flexible here. Of course, we will gradually integrate it into our solutions. First and foremost is crop monitoring, which is the best tool to use all the benefits of EOS Set 1, as it was specifically designed to fit best for agricultural purposes. Then it's platforms like forest monitoring and land viewer. But also EOS Set capabilities will be used for specific custom projects and solutions like crop classification, yield prediction, carbon content monitoring, and so on.
So you are ready to go. It looks like Alex. Um, so this would be my final question before I have another question, which is my standard one. How do you see the future of satellite data market? Like where we are heading?
In terms of market capacity for Earth observation services in general, I would refer to the numbers which differ from source to source, but from what we have seen in different resources and forecasts, both internal and external, the market is projected to grow from 8 billion USD in 2022 to 47 billion USD in 2030, which shows a compound annual growth rate of over 20%. But in my opinion, given the rapid growth of technology, current economic and geopolitical changes, and current space race, we will see bigger numbers. And this ensures our willingness to proceed multiplied by belief in what we do and strive to make life on Earth better with the help of space solutions. We will inevitably face current space race transforming to a set of sustainable and at some points joint solutions serving specific goals in terms of waste reducing, cost optimization, deviations detection, and much more in various industries like agriculture, carbon emissions, forestry, oil and gas, mining, etc. And EOSDA is going to be in front of Earth observation and sustainability solutions, bringing more and more to these to the future.
That's something very interesting. And I just imagined for a moment, all the amount of these satellites out there, and they are like a belt around Earth, and but they are providing us with a lot of information and making our lives much better, which is it's a great, I would say, mission to be on, Alex. So really I'm fascinated by the technology, because I'm a technical guy. I'm not a satellite guy. I'm a technical guy, but always anything related to space also attracts me, especially if it's regarding not satellite imagery, because when I was younger, I was very interested in satellite communications actually, and it's
Mhm.
one of the things I was following. And you enlightened a lot for us today. Any question you wished I asked you? Anything maybe I have missed and you want to tell us uh, anything about?
Uh, it seems to me that we have covered a lot of points which might be of interest for our listeners. If somebody wants to ask me something else, feel free to reach me out via LinkedIn or address your questions to Mehmet. He will definitely transfer them to me, and we probably will have more, one more or few more podcasts to talk about different solutions, not only about space, maybe some in tech. And I
Yes.
was also going to add one point when you said your few less points, Mehmet. I also thought that I'm not a space guy. I was a tech guy, but something changed, and the industry changes, the people changes the vision, and changes like influences on my personal mission. So I from now on, from the moment I joined the company, I started to combine my own mission with the company mission. This is great. This is a rare case. And also when you said about the a lot of satellites over the Earth, when you there are a lot of services allowing you to see different orbits. But when we talk
Mhm.
about low Earth orbit, if you open up that 3D model of the planet Earth and turn on all the satellites with all the orbits, you will barely see the Earth. So when I was talking about the space race, uh, this is it grows very rapidly.
Yeah, yeah. It's fascinating, Alex. As I told you, but I believe this industry. When it's all started all together. From communication as a first use case. It pushed
Mhm.
humanity way, and I think now I'm calling it kind of a coming back to the roots because you're using the satellite actually to study the Earth,
Yeah.
which is and for good purpose, which is amazing. Again, thank you very much, Alex, for the time and for all this valuable information. And as Alex mentioned, by the way, I will put the company website in the description and Alex's LinkedIn profile as well if you want to connect with him. The way I end my episode, as usual, I tell you if you have any question, of course, about satellite imagery data, you can reach out to me or Alex. Of course, I will route the questions to Alex and your feedback also about the episode. Did you enjoy it? Like, what did you like the most? So please tell me your opinion. I'm keen to listen and to read your comments about that. And as usual, also, if you are interested to be like Alex was a guest with me today, don't be shy. Reach out to me. We can arrange. We can set up a time. And I'm very flexible on the timing. I'm flexible on the location also as well. Usually we do remote, as you know, but that's fine. So wherever you are in the world, South Pole, North Pole, East, West, doesn't matter. We can make it happen. And hope you enjoyed today. And until we meet in the next episode, thank you very much for your time. And we'll see you soon. Bye bye.
Hit that subscribe button, share the show with your tech savvy friends and fellow entrepreneurs, and leave us a review on your favorite podcast app. Your support means the world to us.